I think if we don't do anything or issue the law to protect them or have the right for the elephant, we might have lost this beautiful giant.
Is our generation witnessing the final chapter in man's 4,000-year history with the Asian elephant? In Thailand, one woman is determined this won't be the case. She is risking everything to save elephants from cruelty, neglect, and the threat of extinction.
Oh, the tram is angry. If we leave her in there, maybe she die behind us. But if we move her for 20 hours, maybe she die on the way. I feel safe among them.
Here in the beautiful jungles of Thailand, elephants have roamed wild for thousands of years. They have also been an integral part of human life for almost as long as recorded history. Man has been able to train the Asian elephant as a working animal for logging, agriculture and transport. The training methods used, sharp metal hooks and chains, are controversial to say the least. With modern machinery replacing the working animals and human activity encroaching on their wild habitat, the Asian elephant is facing a battle for survival. One ordinary woman in northern Thailand has dedicated her life to saving this extraordinary creature. Lek, the elephant whisperer, has been working across Thailand for decades with her crew of volunteers, trying to rescue the fast diminishing population of the Asian elephant. In this peaceful country setting, a young Thai woman named Lek Chailert, known to everyone simply as Lek, established a safe haven in the 1990s for the Asian elephant. Over these 2 decades, Lek has single-handedly managed to save over 200 elephants, bringing them here and providing a safe living habitat of 800 hectares of land. Most of the elephants that Lek has rescued have endured a wretched life. From street begging to disturbing physical abuse, the experience has affected the elephants deeply. They are generally distrustful towards humans. Lek has spent a lifetime trying to rebuild that trust.
You know, when I was very young, it's about 5 years old, I have received the elephant from my grandfather. And we have the elephant at home. I fall in love with elephants since that day, and I think they are very amazing animal. And then one day when I'm about 16 years old, I have a chance to visit the trekking camp and the logging camp in the jungle. And I see the life of elephant. There is not what I expect. I saw a lot of cruelty behind. Many of them is suffering and dying from sick and overwork. And I came back and I feel very sad, and that picture followed me since that time. And then I went back to the jungle again, bring the medicine to them. The more I see them, the more I feel so sad. And because I love them, you know, and I just think that if I have any chance to do anything for my work, I will go and help elephant. And when I start to give a hand to help them, I can't turn my back again. I deep fall in love with them.
Through hard work and sheer determination, Lek is now at the forefront in the battle to save the Asian elephant.
And I just think when I want to help the elephant, how can I do? I think my hand, my brain. I start to work hard, save the money. I start to go and build a home for elephants, start from my own money. And I do any job, this is a decent job to go and make money and can bring the medicine for elephant.
Lek dedicates a lot of her time to travelling through the 500,000 square kilometres of Thailand, searching for elephants she can rescue. She talks to the elephant keepers, the mahouts as they are called in Thailand, and carefully examines the animals before deciding if they can be brought back to her nature park. She has also started an elephant conservation project in Surin, close to the Cambodian border. Historically, Surin is the heartland of the elephant in Thailand. The largest elephant festival in the country is held here annually, where hundreds of elephants gather. It is here that the shocking loss in the elephant population can be seen each year. By some estimates, there are as few as 1,000 wild elephants left in Thailand, and perhaps only 2,500 in captivity. Their combined numbers totaled over 100,000 in the early 20th century. For Dr. Lek Chailert, the situation of the Asian elephant is alarming. He has spent decades researching the history and role of the Asian elephant, making him one of the world's leading experts on the subject.
The Asian elephant has been domesticated for at least 4,000 years. At least that's when we have the first historical proof. They were never really hunted for meat, so the primary purpose has always been so that they could work for us. The first kind of work was probably transportation, carrying both people and goods. The earlier years, I imagine, it was hauling rocks and logs to build housing, that sort of thing. As trade routes built up, it was used to carry goods for hundreds of miles.
The elephant has been woven into Asian culture for thousands of years. Archaeological evidence shows elephant and man have lived and worked together for about 4 millennia. Some claim the relationship is even older. Elephants have been prized for their high intelligence, strength, and surprisingly gentle nature. The Asian elephant has a large and highly complex neocortex, a feature it shares with only a handful of other animals, like species of apes and dolphins. They are capable of a range of emotions including joy, playfulness, grief, and mourning. They are also capable of learning new behaviors, mimicking sounds that they hear, and even displaying compassion and self-awareness. These talents make the Asian elephant relatively easy to train. Elephants can learn and distinguish up to 250 different verbal commands, a feat matched by only the cleverest dogs. Elephants form close social units in the wild, caring for each other's young. Famously, they have been known to display a form of mourning for their dead, a behavior not seen in any other animal except for humans. There are several differences between Asian and African elephant species. The African elephant is on the whole larger, with bigger ears. The larger surface area of the ears helps to keep African elephants cool in the blazing sun. Asian elephants who inhabit cooler and shaded jungle areas have fewer adaptations for the heat. Perhaps the greatest difference today between the two species is their numbers. While African elephants have been endangered, they still number over 600,000. Asian elephants are down to 40,000 worldwide, a drop of at least 50% in the last 60 years. The Asian elephant originally ranged from modern Iraq and Syria to the Yellow River in China, but is now found only from India to Vietnam, with a tiny besieged population in China's Yunnan province. Elephant keepers, or mahouts, traditionally look after the elephants. Each mahout looks after one elephant all its life, sometimes being given a baby elephant when the mahout is only a teenager. The mahout is the one person who is closest to the elephant. He is responsible for the elephant, for feeding it and training. The mahout inauguration is administrated by older mahouts and holds much prestige.
You find mahouts that have spent their whole lives with one elephant. They'll spend more time with that elephant than they will with their own wife and children, and they form incredibly close bonds. All over Asia, you hear the same story told about the mahout who goes to a party, takes his elephant with him, the mahout gets so drunk that he can't walk, and the elephant carries him home. And many stories like this. It's just amazing how close the bond can be.
On the Thai-Cambodian border, the town of Surin is holding its annual Elephant Festival. Each November, mahouts bring over 300 elephants to the region. The festival celebrates the Asian elephant as one of the most important symbols in Thai culture. The streets come alive with these gentle giants and people celebrating this wonderful creature. For centuries, it was in the forests around Surin that local people captured and trained wild elephants. It was a major source of revenue for the town. However, times have changed.
It's very sad to say, but the last elephant captured in Surin was in 1964. And it's also sad to say, and no coincidence, that in 1964, Surin was still 60% covered by forest. And now I doubt it's even 5%.
Mahout, I need to be friend with them. Friend to speak to friend better than a stranger. So I decided to give my friendship to them. I bring like a medicine, a couple of things that's necessary for mahout to use, to bring in the bag. But inside, I have some education packet for them. So I want to be friend with them, and then easy for me to speak to them.
With the great habitat loss, feeding an elephant has become a giant task for some of the mahouts. Each elephant eats about 150 kilograms of food each day and drinks anything from 100 to 300 litres. The cost of feeding the animals soaks up most of the mahout's income. Many mahouts have been forced to make a living in the cities by using the elephants in street begging and entertaining tourists. But mahout practices are not without controversy. The traditional tools used by the mahouts are chains and a sharp metal hook, used for stabbing the elephant in the head, the mouth, and sensitive ear area.
Elephant training is incredibly variable. Sometimes it can be very, very cruel. On the other hand, I've seen it done very gently, even using traditional ways. And I think most places, certainly in Thailand, the training has gotten much kinder. And I think partly through the awareness that being cruel to elephants, causing them pain, causing them trauma, is counterproductive. It's much better to sort of tease them and coax them into learning what you want them to learn, rather than forcing them. Because if you force them, they will always resent it. They're very likely to become very dangerous. So I would say training in Asia, certainly in Thailand, is becoming kinder and kinder.
We have our own rule here, no hook. To train elephant or make them follow us, we use food, a reward. And it takes us for a long time to show to Mahout, because they all come from the camp, and they're quite scared to go and do that. And after I show them, and now we are very positive and doing very well in the park. The reward to use with elephant is so beautiful. You know, they go everywhere you ask them. Our new method is we train the elephant from the love, and to make sure that they listen from us, and we don't train with the pain. But for the old method, they use sharp, they use the hook to stab and make the elephant obey and listen for man and fear for man. But for us, the new method, we make sure that elephant listen to us because of their trust and love us. And this is our new method. Really, if you build a bridge to them, you give the hand and you show them how much you love them, they will love. You will see amazing love between elephant and people. But it's quite sad, you know, we never see that part. Normally the mother elephant in the wild, they not allow the baby to sleep alone at all. But if they can separate the baby and allow to sleep with the human, it means the herd accept us. And this is something with the first step that we can train them with a positive reinforcement.
The elephant is considered an umbrella species. By protecting the elephant habitat, hopefully other species living in the area will benefit, as well as the ecosystem itself.
You look at an elephant, it looks kind of big and awkward and clumsy, but in point of fact, they're very agile. They can go up and down very steep mountains that not even a mule or a donkey can handle. They can walk through muddy ground, so they're really the animal equivalent of a four-wheel drive vehicle. They are wild animals, pure and simple. They've never been selectively bred. But they form this relationship with us that can be incredibly close. I have seen with my own eyes a human mother in Surin who had an infant, a baby, 1 year old, 2 years old, able to crawl, just able to get into trouble. And the mother has to wash dishes or wash clothes or cook dinner or something like that. What does she do? She takes the baby and she puts it at the feet of a very old and very trustworthy female elephant. It looks like it would be incredibly dangerous, but in point of fact, it's the safest place in the world. If the baby tries to crawl away, the mother elephant just grabs the baby in her trunk and puts it right at the base of her feet again. So that baby is not going to get into any trouble.
I spend close time with them to see how beautiful, how gentle they are. I want to send a message to the people. We should love them, we should care for them, and we should look after and respect them enough. I never think elephant is animals. I always think they are the part of our family, and I think they're beautiful. I was married, but I have lost my family because I have no time to be somebody's wife, and it's not fair for the person who stay with me. And I spend most of my time with the animals, and we have to choose, And the person who married me, they expect to have a wife at home. They can't do that job. My job is for the animals, and I think my job I have is the most lucky job and the most happy job, and I just think that I'm very, very lucky.
Thai society has changed rapidly, and most of the domesticated elephants have lost their traditional place. Mirroring the Thai people themselves, elephants are being forced from the land and into the urban environment. It's a normal day for Anu and his father. They live just outside Bangkok with their elephant called Phasai. Each morning starts with washing Phasai with their very limited water supply, before setting off for the long walk into the city. In the sweltering heat with cars rushing by, the 20-kilometer journey seems to take forever. The busy urban jungle is a far cry from the elephant's natural habitat. Bangkok's vibrant streets and thousands of curious tourists make the nighttime the best time for street begging. Though traffic poses a constant danger for Phasai, buying bananas from the mahout seems fun for the tourists, but for Anu and Phasai, it is a question of survival. Some of the elephants Lek has saved have come from the streets, and along with the help of other elephant protection organizations in Thailand, street begging of this kind is decreasing. Fasai's owners were eventually unable to look after her. Lek has taken her into the sanctuary.
This is Fasai. Fasai is we help from the street begging, and when we first met, they had caught her. She really get abused, and then her eyes nearly blind, and when she get a really abuse from the owner, and she hardly even opened her eyes. And then when we rescue her from the street and put her here, when she walked with the handcuff, and when we get her out from the chain, all these babies start to take her run. But then she couldn't run properly because she did not manage to use her leg. She kicked herself and she run and fall all the time. She still have a problem with the traumatized, and now we just expect that other elephant will help her to make her feel better.
Lek spends her life searching for elephants in need. Today, she has found a female who seems in pain. Lek has developed her own method in approaching the elephants, and their body language reveals a lot to her. Simply observing the elephant's walk and body language tells her a lot. After speaking to them hoot, she carefully examines the elephant's physical state. She immediately spots the elephant is dragging her right back leg along the ground. To her, this is a sure sign of physical hardship.
Just in this condition, he just finished walking her 5 months, 1,800 kilometers. Her leg is very weak. She didn't have enough nutrition, she didn't have enough water, she didn't have enough rest. They use her quite hard. If we leave her in there, maybe she die behind us. But if we move her for 20 hours, maybe she die on the way.
After a discussion with the elephant's owner, Lek feels that it is too risky for the elephant to endure the long journey back to her nature camp. She is forced to leave the elephant behind.
We get them from everywhere. We get from the street begging, we get them from the logging, we get them from the trekking, we get them from the circus. Most of them, when we rescue, they have a mental issue.
We think all elephants are wonderful and kind and lovable, but the fact is that, particularly with the male elephants, much more than the females, about 1 out of 3 of them is incredibly dangerous. Even to the point of being able to call it a stone killer.
When the elephant arrive here, we slowly give them time to let them trust us. When you respect them, when the trust is safe, and I can tell you, I feel safe among them.
You're not going to walk up to a tiger or a lion or a rhinoceros and, go nice animal and think, well, if I'm nice to it, it'll be nice to me, because that's not how it works.
Most elephants we bring here, we have heard his story. They kill somebody. Since we bring here, we never have the elephant kill or hurt our mahout. When you get abused, you find some way to defend yourself. And I follow many cases of the elephant kill people. I always find the tragic story behind that elephant get abused. But I want to give them a chance to come and die in our place where they can die dignity, freedom.
They're wild animals, and they have a perfect right to be dangerous. They did not ask to be put into chains.
In recent years, the Thai authorities have begun to pay attention to the welfare of the elephant. In this camp in northern Thailand, some of the most violent and abused elephants are kept safe. This one has killed 13 people. However, the camp is reluctant to put him down. Buddhist tradition and a deep cultural respect for the elephant prevents them from doing so. Killer elephants like this one are transported to this camp to live out their lives under the watchful eye of the guards. Some of the elephants here have been overworked, injured during logging work, and suffered terrible treatment by the previous owners. Their mental state can be fragile. Here, care, food and medicine are provided for them. The elephant is important in Thai culture. The Thai government runs this sophisticated elephant hospital. This elephant comes from across the border in Laos. 6 months ago, it stepped on a landmine, one of countless victims, human and animal, of the mines laid during the 20th century's bitter conflicts. 9 qualified vets work at this hospital, providing care to injured elephants. The Thai government also runs a mobile clinic, looking after animals around the country. The vets provide education and useful instructions to mahouts as part of an ongoing effort to reduce injuries. The mobile elephant clinic treats around 100 elephants a year. Mahouts are unlikely to have any way of affording veterinary care. After 4 millennia of coexistence, the needs of elephants and man are diverging. Urbanization and industrialization have made Thailand relatively rich in a few decades. But this has put pressure on land resources needed by elephants to survive. The demand for arable land is now higher than ever, owing to the increase in human population. Wild elephants are losing their habitat, and trained farm elephants are increasingly redundant in newly mechanized agriculture. In the second half of the 20th century, the population of the Asian elephant has plummeted, from tens of thousands to as few as 2,500 elephants left. The forest has been turned into rice fields and roads, putting the domesticated elephant out of a job. The elephant seems to have lost its traditional role in modern society, lost its place, and is fighting a tough battle to stay alive. Even efforts to protect Thailand's environment can have an adverse effect. In 1989, the Thai government banned logging to protect the dwindling forests. While this helps protect the wild elephant's habitat, forestry was one of the few industries where elephants were still employed in large numbers.
The only legal work left for Asian elephants is in tourism, to the point where if tourism numbers go down, the price of elephants goes down. When we had the SARS epidemic 6 or 7 years ago, the number of tourist visitors to Thailand went in half. The price of elephants went in half. So whether you like it or not, for the immediate future, the well-being of Asian elephants in Thailand is directly linked to tourism.
At the moment, people doesn't respect elephant, and they believe that elephant like a slave, and they use elephant for many different kind of things for the entertainment. The more people need, the more animals suffering, and the number decrease.
Tourism is a mixed blessing for elephants. Experts know it provides valuable money for mahouts and ensures they keep their animals, rather than letting the animal die out. But Lek has seen abuse.
For the tourist industry, every day now people try to train elephant to do some not natural thing, and that is also threatening the number of the elephant population.
Thailand has had as many as 16 million tourists in a year. And of those tourists, everybody, of course, wants to see an elephant. Doesn't matter whether they're European or American or Japanese or Taiwanese or whatever. They want to see an elephant. So that's sort of been a blessing. Kind of sad to think in a way that these elephants should be out of their traditional work. And you find a lot of people, kind of animal rightists, criticize tourism, but when you think of it, working in a tourist camp, giving a few rides a day, taking part in a small show, is actually much safer work than working in logging, because logging was incredibly dangerous work.
I just want to feed this elephant to make sure that she have enough energy, because we will rescue her today. We will move her to Chiang Mai to get her freedom.
Lek's life ultimately revolves around individual elephants and their needs. Having examined this severely injured elephant named Ratri, she decides her best bet is to take her on the 20-hour journey back to her nature reserve. It is difficult to get Ratri to come on board the vehicle, as she is tired and scared from the abuse she has already endured. Ratri is secured on board the vehicle, and Lek makes sure that the elephant has plenty of water and food for the long journey. After all the preparations are in place, the truck can set off into the night. The rural communities where most elephants are still found are amongst the poorest in Thailand. Traditional ways of life continue, but the pressures of this rapidly modernizing country hit people and elephants alike. Lek has driven 20 hours to this village to look at a young elephant. She's heard the animal is in a bad state. Even Lek is shocked to see the elephant's condition. She examines her carefully, as well as asking her owner about her history. The young female can hardly walk and has clear injuries to her head and trunk.
This elephant go to the breeding program. The breeding program is now after the baby elephant benefit for the tourist industry. They use the elephant for painting, they use elephant for performing, and also baby elephant can as well can go to, they can sell to the other circus or the other country. And the zoo need baby elephant. So that's why they start to go and breeding and force the mother to have a baby. They said they left her with the bull 12 hours. So they chain her and force the bull, but probably, we don't know, normally the bull go maximum 5 to 10 minutes. 12 hours. She have I think she must be injured inside as well. This is probably the first time she eat today. Definitely it's too much abuse, and she have a problem now is mental problem. And look at her eyes, empty. You see, if anyone have seen the elephant happy, and here she have empty eyes. She have only one left, one other eye she get poked. The eye is so scared, terrified for a lot of things. Sad situation. Before we move, we can just only take her like this. The way she hardly walk to the truck. It will be a big problem to transport for 18 hours. It's quite bad condition.
Doesn't make you sad to see an elephant like that?
Oh, every time I'm so sad and stressed, and that's why every time I see, I can't turn my back to them, and I just think that is I have to somehow I have to contact the vet to come and check if we could rescue her.
Even now, it still upsets Lek when she sees an injured elephant.
Oh, the farm is angry.
Lek asks the mahout about what has happened to the elephant, but despite what he says, she can easily read from her body language that she's in a worse state than the mahout claims.
To be honest, after I talk to him, he just take the job. His uncle, the one who controlled. I told him that's why I don't believe that is he said 3 to 4 times only. To be like this, look at her eyes, look at her react. It must be forced to breathing over and over. Oh my goodness, I think she not feel so well. มันเป็นอย่างนี้บ่อยไหม You see that this is not really good. I don't feel right. I don't feel right about her. That is, seems she give up.
While at the village, Lek realized that the elephant was beyond saving. Later that week, this elephant died. Through her work of saving elephants, Lek has inspired many volunteers to work with her from around the world. Some of them have gone on to start their own projects. The work to save the elephant continues.
I train a lot of staff, I train a lot of the people who work with me. I watch, I keep looking which one will continue my work. I know one day I'm not here anymore, so I need somebody to come and work for me, and I need someone who really passionate, who really love animal, who really care for animal, and work with the heart to continue my work. But I just think I will find. Volunteers benefit a lot to the project. The volunteers come around the world to help us to work, and also they pay to come to work. We can use that money to come to spend for the medicine, for elephant food, for the keeper. So that is organization run from the business, which is like a social enterprise. We train the volunteer who come and work with us. Some of them stay between 7 days to 4 weeks. Some of them are more longer than that. They will go out, and then when they go back home, they will education other people. Anyone can help by try to understand more how to make elephant happy and respect them.
My absolute ideal for the future of the Asian elephant would be to push a button on the wall and have them all go off into the wild. And in point of fact, Asian elephants are supreme candidates for what a biologist calls reintroduction. And a lot of people say that this is what we should be doing, and at a theoretical level, I agree entirely. The problem is that there's so little land left in Asia, which is good wild country, far enough from human beings that the elephants are not going to get into trouble raiding crops. There's just so little land like that left that there's very little hope for other than a very few animals being released back into the wild.
For first time when I get the land, I have moved the elephant here, and I stand on one hut which is we built. See the elephant run around the land. I just said that I don't want to wake up. This is a dream. And I stand up and cry, you know. I never believed this thing would be happen. In the future, when we have more money, I will go and find more land to them and then rescue more elephants.
So the hope really through much of Asia is really responsible tourism. We've got to improve laws, which is going to happen in Thailand soon, I'm sure. We have to set up better standards for people that keep elephants. We have to have mechanisms to inspect elephants to make sure that they're properly fed, that they're not overworked, that they get good veterinary care. But we human beings, we're in the 21st century, and the elephants are here with us, and both sides are going to have to adapt if we are to survive.
Every day when I work with them, I feel that I have a reward to see them happy and my heart smile. I never say that I sacrifice my life because I chose to be this way. I am very happy to work with them, and I will work until the end of my day. And I am very, very happy, and I always feel that this is the most happy job on earth, and I'm very lucky to work with them.